Welcome to Canal Media's weekly roundup from the banking sector. This week saw mounting labor action across banks and insurance companies, significant policy signals from the government, and fresh governance concerns after a major fraud surfaced. Employee benefit updates, regulatory measures, and ongoing workplace issues kept the spotlight firmly on staff conditions across the sector. Private banks reported continued asset quality stress, while regional rural banks witnessed protest programs, operational challenges, and renewed opposition to privatization moves. Here are the key developments that shaped banking headlines this week. Nationwide strike momentum against labor codes. Bank and insurance unions, including AIBA, AIBOA, BEFI, NCBE, and other constituents of the United Forum of Bank Unions, called for joining the nationwide general strike on February 12th, opposing the new labor codes. The National Confederation of Bank Employees (NCBE) urged solidarity, while unions also responded to remarks on industrial growth, stressing that employee welfare and labor rights must not be compromised. IOB strike deferred. The All India Overseas Bank Employees Union deferred its strike after receiving recruitment assurances from management but warned that agitation could resume if staffing shortages persist. The union stated that the strike has only been postponed, not withdrawn, and will closely monitor the bank's progress on hiring commitments. Government signals banking reforms. The government in considering raising the foreign direct investment cap in public sector banks to 49%, a move seen as a significant reform measure. At the same time, authorities clarified that no pre-decided mergers are underway, though a high-level committee will review the sector, drawing caution from the All India Bank Employees Association (AIBA). Fraud case and key employee updates. A fake gold loan fraud worth approximately 6.5 crore rupees was detected at Punjab National Bank, raising fresh governance concerns. Separately, allegations surfaced over collection for a retirement event in Bank of Baroda, while the National Confederation of Bank Employees (NCBE) communicated a dearness allowance hike and RBI announced pension revisions alongside its March 31st operational directive. IDBI employees plan action. Employees and unions at IDBI Bank announced strike plans and sought meetings with the Prime Minister and Finance Minister over the proposed strategic stake sale. Employee representatives warned that the move could impact job security and service conditions, urging the government to reconsider the disinvestment process. Asset quality pressure and harassment allegations. Private banks continue to face asset quality pressure as rising write-off signals lingering balance sheet stress. In a separate development, a leaked meeting recording triggered workplace harassment allegations at ICICI Bank, renewing concerns around corporate culture and employee treatment. DFS review and IPO concerns. The Department of Financial Services reviewed 28 regional rural banks on amalgamation, performance, and reforms in a meeting with RBI, NABARD, and sponsor banks. Experts and unions warned that IPO proposals could dilute government ownership and shift RRBs away from their social banking mandate, with employee bodies urging withdrawal of privatization plans and proposing the formation of a National Rural Bank of India. Agitations and workplace concerns. RRB unions intensified their stance as the Tripura Gramin Bank Employees Union, federations at Karnataka Gramin Bank, and the Uttar Pradesh Gramin Bank Employees Union flagged misconduct, workplace abuse, and toxic work culture. Employee representatives also renewed demands for adequate staffing and parity in welfare benefits across RRBs and public sector banks. Union activity. Employee organizations continued engagement through the All India IDBI Officers Association Karnataka state level meeting in Bengaluru and the Madhya Pradesh Gramin Bank Employees Association general body meeting in Chhindwara, focusing on organizational and sectorial issues. That's all for this week's banking roundup. Stay tuned with Canal Media for more updates and developments that matter to bankers.